Hi folks, all doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on September 16th, 2022. ESO news, luxury merchant, and gold merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. First up in the news. ESO Live was today, but there were several issues, so the video was broken up into two parts. I'll leave links down below. But some important information from that. Update 36 and Firesong's DLC will be on the PTS Monday, September 19th. Changes will include the new Firesong DLC, some quality of life and base game changes as well, such as target markers, changes for housing, hiding pets inside towns, armory stations for Cyrodiil and Imperial City, text to speech for in-game chat, and custom actions that will change the effects of certain activities like harvesting. Also, the Legacy of Breton's Autumn event will be on September 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Watching this will get you a free pet and some crown crates. And there will also be a few base game changes and everything else like that that'll be hinted at. With Update 36, you get more information at that time. So it seems like they're going to be doing a bit more stuff with this update, but they're not going to be doing as much as with Update 35. So hopefully we're not going to see a huge balance change like we did with Update 35. Right now, it seems to be balancing out those changes that came with Update 35 and leveling it out a little bit more. What does this mean for Update 37? Who knows? But I'm feeling like they got through their first major hurdle with Update 35. The rebaselining at 36 and 37, we're going to see some other changes come along. Also, a reminder that the Undaunted event is still going on. Do a dungeon a day to get you a major loot coffer and 2 event tickets for being the final boss in a dungeon. Also, it's a great time to get some of your sets that you haven't already. A lot of people are hitting Falkreath hold right now to get their daggers and other sets like that. But remember, every time you complete a dungeon, you get a curated set for whatever boss you fight, and the coffer you get is also curated. So bind them to your player, and then when you loot the coffer, you have something that you haven't had in your inventory before, and hopefully you can resummon something if you need it. Let's take a look at the luxury merchant and the golden merchant for this week, shall we? So on the luxury merchant this week, we have Daedric altars, braziers, keys, Deadlands cages, a gruesome egg, and tapestry of Felled Incarnate the Fool. So yes, if you want a Daedric altar to Periite, just some nice little braziers. Cold Harbor Key, Daedric Platform Sarcophagus, Sealed Sarcophagus, Cage with some spiky bits at the bottom, a Gruesome Egg, which I don't really want to see what kind of I'll make out of that, or another tapestry. Get these all at the luxury merchant at Cold Harbor. Now on the golden merchant this week, for 150k, you can get Amulet of the Void Caller, which when you take damage, your weapon damage and spell damage is increased by 24 for 5 seconds, stacking up to 20 times. The effect can occur once every half second. Upon reaching 20 stacks, duration can be double but not refreshed. So interesting with this is it's kind of like the Fury set inside PvP, except it's for magic users, given the 3-piece bonus here. Also for under 50k, Undertaker's Amulet. When you deal damage, apply minor lifesteal to your enemy for 8 seconds, healing yourself and allies for 660 health for every 1 second when damage is dealt to them. So this is more of a heal set. This comes from elsewhere. Pretty easy set to get. I'd probably skip over this one. Also, I believe Void Caller here is from the Reach. For 250k, Necklace of the Magica Furnace with this 5-piece bonus. When you take damage, while you're under 50% Magica, restores 7,590 Magica. Effect can occur once every 30 seconds. Honestly, not a great effect. I mean, I would like to see a bit more magicka there myself, but maybe you have a better use for it. And then finally, Sunder Flame Necklace. When you deal damage to fully charged heavy attack, you deal an additional 11,895 flame damage over 10 seconds and apply minor breach to an enemy, reducing their physical and spell resistance by 2,974. The effect scales with your weapon damage or spell damage. This comes out of... which dungeon was that? Elden Hollow. Oh, City of Ash. Yeah, City of Ash. So this is a pretty easy set to get. I'd probably recommend skipping it. If you really want to get it, just run the dungeon instead. For 100k, you can also get Grundle Rule Skies. If you don't have the DLC, this is a great way to get it right now. And also, another DLC helmet, a Magma Incarnate. And Grundle Rules basically gives you back magic and stamina whenever you do critical damage. And it gives you 675 of one of your higher stats and then 337 of the other, and it can curve once every 5 seconds. And then Magma Incarnate. When you heal yourself or a group member with a single target ability, grant the lowest health group member within 28 meters minor courage and minor resolve, giving them some weapon damage and spell damage, and also some armor. Your energy can then bounce off to other group members in 8 meters up to 3 times, applying minor courage and minor resolve to 10 seconds. That can occur once every 15 seconds. Probably not a great set. One works off single target heal abilities, and on top of it, there's other sets that give better minor courage and minor resolve out there, in my opinion. Maybe you like it because it fills in some type of gap for you, though. Either way, though, if you don't have the DLC and you just want to complete it for your armor collection, you don't have ESO Plus either, maybe you want to pick it up. Anyway, I'm Hero of None. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at Hero of None. See y'all in Tamriel.